Oh yeah. All right, back in action. Again, a lot of hassling with this streaming software, it seems, but looks like we should be in business. And also seems like Instagram Live is also back in business. So again, it had a not great couple of weeks. First, just feeling like shit because of many of the symptoms, and then I kind of caught something. Luckily, they don't. Whenever I do, they don't seem to get super bad. So that's a positive for sure. But let's put on our Apple Watch here. So all in all, not horrendous, but I just keep losing everything that I build. So just trying to cling on to anything possible. All right, so I've been in an attempt to at trying to. I'm actually gonna re-situate this camera because I know we're on Instagram, so I try and be somewhat at the center of the frame. Yeah, just trying to do just about anything to sort out my health challenges here. Trying keto. I've been certainly not in continuous ketosis, which is, by the way, something I don't particularly care too much about at this stage. I've been drastically pulling down my carbs, which has felt really good, and overall it's been interesting and useful. I've known for quite a while that I don't respond well to too many carbs. Obviously, nobody does, but yeah, I've been certainly sub 100 carbs for most of this entire time, and yeah, probably on average hovering around maybe 60 or something. So not quite keto level, but some days have been at that level. So I wanted to do kind of like a slow ease into it. But yeah, still trying to sort out some of the specifics of the diet, when to time and what. But yeah, interesting to see how this workout feels, especially in the light of that. So what I'm thinking, I've been pretty much neglecting my back quite badly for a lot of time, and I'm considering that I'll try and do like a push-pull leg split again, because I just can't maintain the other approach, and I think this might be more maintainable. Certainly in the past I have been able to do it a lot better, and I like that split also. Not ideal, not optimal, but I mean, we're far from optimal anyway, so thinking about trying that next. But regardless, my grip has got a lot worse because I don't seem to manage to carry our kid as well as before, which sucks. And yeah, I wanna get my back back. So thinking about pushing as many pull-ups today as I can. So what I'm thinking is we're going to warm up here with the pulley thingy, as I usually do with the pull-ups. My favorite way of warming up for the pull-up. And yeah, from there we're going to do wide grip, see how that feels. If it's okay, then I'll transition into neutral grip pulling, and if that's okay, then I'll lastly do a chin up. So that's really the idea, and then I'm just going to try and finish it off with a bit of bicep and arm work early, both. But without further ado, let's try and get this thingy-majingy somewhat centered. I guess that's kind of ish what we're after. I'm just going to start off with the sled alone. This is very light, but I want to start off just trying to fire the movement pattern. Did a bit of a uphill walk as a warm-up. And yeah, I like doing these one-arm warm-ups because it actually gives me a better range of motion, get a better stretch, get a better squeeze, better everything really. So in the light of that, I think that's kind of self-explanatory. So my left side control is definitely a lot worse. A lot worse. So basically warm-up wise, I'm just especially for the first set, very intuitive, just trying to get like some blood flow. What's up, Bowser Big Bean Burrito? That's one heck of a name. How you doing? Is that like a lurking emoji or whatever you call that? What do you call that? Is it emoji? GIF emoji, I think. So yeah, basically I do these as a warm-up until I feel like I'm good to go for the pull-up. Like I said before, I warm up real slow. It takes time for my nervous system to get online. So I really like to take my time and just try and read the room, read the body. Here I'm just focusing on the stretch and trying to pull into the bottom lat here. If I get that activated, then everything else should be fine. Everything else follows in line with that, but I try and pull as much with this bottom part of my lat as possible. How's our Big Bean Burrito? I see that flexing man. So I think at least one more of these. Doing 5 kg jumps here. There we go. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's get this bench out of here. Let's get this camera resituated. Some there on the center. You can see my marvelously cluttered up desk here. I really need to clean this space. This is not acceptable. Let's do a bit of theragoning, especially on the biceps, to make sure they're in the right place. Bit of forearms as well. Especially since my left bicep has been absolutely wrecked by carrying our kid. Because I've been at home a lot more, taking care of him, so I'm carrying him a lot more as well, and it just destroys this. But it feels more like what do you call it? It's like a dysfunctional pattern, carrying pattern, or something like that. It doesn't feel like I'm making gains. It feels like I'm building deep dysfunction here, and it's like tearing off my bicep. This hurts quite a bit. It's nasty. Gotta keep an eye on that. If it feels a bit tweaked, then we gotta shift gear somehow. Do something else. Ooh, that's also pretty nasty. Ooh, yeah. I mean, the kid is about 13 kilos, so it's not nothing. If you carry that throughout the day quite a bit, pretty decent. You get some carryover. Bowser Big Bean Burrito as an emoji party on Twitch. Alright, so I'm gonna warm up real slow for these. I'm gonna take my time. I'm basically just gonna do as many reps as I feel comfortable pulling. Could be 1, could be 2, etc. And I'm just going to keep doing that until I feel good to go for the set. This might, I'm sure it looks very stupid for a lot of people, especially for those of you who know something about training. It doesn't make any sense, but with whatever is happening with my body, and I have many years of experience of this. For me, how things work for me. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna wait for the nervous system to hopefully come online and go from there. But we're gonna do very strict reps. As always, I'm gonna try and explode upwards as much as I can, and then control my descent back down as far as I can. grip is complete horseshit, especially on the left. It's gonna be rough. So you're gonna have to pull the straps out at some point at least. But not completely horrible. Not complete horseshit. Actually, I feel pretty good about also the recovery rate here. I feel good to go, but I'm gonna just take a moment from a strength perspective. We could do some shoulders in between, but I'm gonna follow those at the end of the pull-ups, because the pull-ups do work the shoulders also in their own way, so get a bit more bang for our buck there. All right, let's do this. Man, it feels really heavy on the grip. And it's not something I've felt in a long while. But if you want to get it back, this is what it takes. So I'm going to try and do sets of 5 until it doesn't feel reasonable anymore. And at the very least, my body weight has dropped again. About not quite 5 kilos, but pretty damn close with the lowered carbs. So that's not exactly ideal. It's not what I wanted, but if it gives me a better baseline, then I'm fine. I'm fine doing that, and then build back up again. What is difficult for sure is getting enough fats in, which is a bit of an equation to figure out. I still need some key components to that, but we'll see. All right, let's go for the next one. I'm going to try and focus on my grip more. I have a bit of a tendency to hang on to things instead of squeezing things. If you really want to activate your nervous system and get the most out of your grip, you really want to be squeezing things pretty much as hard as you can. I'm a bit of a hanger. That's what I tend to default to. I actually have pretty good also strength for that, but yeah, one of the things though with a pull-up, if you are sort of pulling with that sort of a hanging grip versus like a squeezing complete grip, it tends to translate better to your lats. So that's something I do need to consider here. Because when you're really squeezing with your hands tend to activate a lot more. So it becomes more bicep focused. If you're trying to train your lats with a pull-up, that doesn't make sense, or it's not ideal. I'm actually I gotta test that to see. does make a difference. Bowser Big Bean Burrito is like you communicate in any other way other than emojis or GIFs or whatever you call them. Just wondering if you have like a thing going with the emoji stuff. It's like a Bowser Big Bean burrito thing. Alright. I think one more set with this wide pronated grip. Let's take a tiny extra moment. We're gonna have to see how well I can do the neutral grip with these. I've actually never done that with the rings, but it seems actually very doable. You do need to support or sort of sustain that positioning a bit, but I think it should be fine. So, last set of wide grip. Gotta dry my hands. It's getting too sweaty. Two more. That's rough. That's rough for me right now. All right. I'm gonna have to see how much strength I even have left for the for the other pull-ups for our initial plan. I'll test at least what it feels like. If it's not great, I'll just transition onto the pulley here, and then I'll just basically pull until we've exhausted that path. Because I felt pretty drained even after just those pull-ups. All right, so in terms of grip width, you really want to have the neutral grip be something that is just, you know, in line with your torso pretty much. So if you raise your hands up and sort of approximate that kind of a width, you want it to sort of be this kind of a pulling position. You don't want it to be here. You don't want it to be here. You want it to be in line with your torso. That's pretty much the ideal for me, which seems like we are about in the right place. So, nothing more to it. Let's try and dry our sweaty hands here. I'll just have to see if this is, first of all, doable. Yep. So, all right. I'm feeling a bit of a tweak here inside my forearm, kind of like a twist. So, I don't want to push that anymore because it's not good. So I want to try the normal chin-ups just to see how it feels. And then we're gonna finish this off with the good old pulley here and go for a lot more reps. Just try and focus on the muscle and tear it up pretty much. I am a bit concerned about how the chin-up will feel if even the neutral grip was feeling like that, but we'll see. I used to do pretty good pull-up workouts where I would go from wide grip to neutral to chin-up. That's a good workout. Really hitting all kinds of different places in the back. Also, this is an interesting way to see if I'm in any danger of hitting my head to the ceiling. I don't think so, because you don't pull yourself that high up. But yeah, this position feels actually, I don't have great flexibility in my forearms and shoulders for this. This is actually super surprising for me. Okay, that felt better than the neutral grip, but still a bit of a tweak. It's interesting. I mean, it's remarkable how much easier chin-ups are to wide grip pull-ups. All right, let's move ourselves back here, about, and I'm trying to finish off the lats here. What am I doing? This is staying there. In terms of weight, I'll just get a feel of, yeah, I think that feels pretty decent. I'll get the straps close here in case we'll need them. I suspect we will, but I'll try and go with my grip as far as I can, because I need to work my grip. Cool. Let's get into it. Alright, so sets of 10 feel pretty good to me. I'm really surprised at how easy the eccentric portion of the motion, how easy it feels. And the decentric, slowing down the control, that's really the hard part here. And at this stage I haven't been counting my reps. I think that was 10 and this is probably 11 or something. So we're gonna keep going with the 10. We have 10 kilos on the sled plus whatever the sled weighs, which we still don't know. I really wish I had weighed it before I installed it. But live and learn. Yeah, I think my lats are going to be hurting a lot for the next few days, which is the point. Cool. I'm going to try and give it a bit more rest, so I'll have more strength to actually finish the sets. Grip surprisingly seems to keep up here. Obviously not a lot of weight, but still for me right now, it's a good upside. Oh. I just find this to be like the best finisher for pull-up work. Just nothing, I've found nothing like this. So, pretty common thing is happening now where I basically on that set I felt the strongest that I felt on during this entire workout, which is not uncommon for me, especially for pulling, or well, I mean down for any part of the body. But I also know when that happens, we're pretty close to finalization or completion. So let's just get into it. I feel my recovery periods or the needs for them have definitely been getting better, so that's good. Yeah, this is really cool. I've missed this feeling. Actually doing some proper work at the gym. Alright. That's it for the back. We'll start doing some shoulder stuff. Just probably gonna go pretty much back to back as much as possible. In terms of weight, this is apparently what we did last time. So actually no idea what this will feel like. I do remember doing quite a few reps with this, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll let's move this back out here. I'll let's see if we can push this up another 25. Sorry, 250 grams. This is definitely heavy. We'll see. So I'm just going to keep doing the full range of motion reps. Feels good. Feels all right. I don't know which way I should be standing here, but cool. Those feel good, so that's good. Definitely the eccentric portion of that is quite punishing, very tough. These also demand quite a bit from my cardiovascular fitness, which is either concerning or interesting, probably both. But the thing is, I don't really know almost anybody who does these full range of motion movements, and you go for a fair amount of reps as well, so I would be interested in hearing other people's experiences. And also you are, this is your extremity in terms of blood flow. It's a very, controlled, I don't know why it's so demanding, at least for me. Well, I mean, I have a heart condition, so that could explain it, but I'm just checking out these Bowser Big Bean Burrito emojis that keep flowing. All right. I'm thinking of... Yeah, we'll do arms in between because this is otherwise a colossal waste of time. So, I have no memory of the weights we used last time, which is not great. I'm suspecting it's at least the sled plus 10. So let's see how that feels. Definitely pretty heavy on my right elbow joint. Can't tell if that's due to medication or something else, or just going at it pretty cold from a tricep point of view. Probably the latter. But take this pretty easy, but I'm going to try and jank these in a row so I get maximal benefit from that standpoint. Just to keep things fresh and flowing. I don't want to, point isn't to do like a tricep workout here. I just want to tingle them up a bit. Due to a lack of use. All right. Maybe we turn this way. All right. Maybe this way. You can see. Would be good to go for another set on those, but I'm feeling the nervous system accumulation, which means I'm going to lay back and we'll do our final set of our classic bicep cable curl. In terms of energy, I feel perfectly fine. I've had about 20 carbs today so far, and no complaints here in terms of that. I'm probably gonna have most of my rest of the carbs after this, but yeah, I mean, although it hasn't been like a fully complete keto thing yet, it still feels pretty good. All right, let's do our final set here. Just gonna go with the sled as the weight. We don't need anything more than that, especially since these are so fucked anyway. That's about as far as we can push that. A few things. This really nicely, for me, the stabilization here involves the side and the back delt quite a bit. Maybe that speaks to my horrible technique, but just to stabilize a bit of it. Does kind of, or it could be like a bad nervous system mental cue to kind of activate that. But kind of a nice gentle finisher there. Also, my forearms are, after the baby, super, like this bit here, there's an entire new muscle there that I didn't know existed. And most of it's just like desperately clinging on to this massive kid. Well, he's not massive, but I mean, he was a pretty big baby. Just like gripping onto him for the entire day. Endlessly, every day, forever. And also the decentric portions here, again, are really where the most of the work is. To ease into that, slowing down. It's tough. Oh, fuck. I passed out. .150 BPM from bicep curls. Cool. Well, this turned out to be a pretty decent workout. I'm really happy for that. Didn't do many pull-ups, but it was as much as I was hoping for. So that's a really good thing. But yeah, all in all, actually a really good session. Probably gonna be, my lats are gonna be hurting a lot for the next few days. I'm thinking, hopefully I'm wrong, but it's my guess. And I actually really enjoy the lat pain. Feels, I don't know, like you've done something. Cool. That's it for today. Well, I'll do a bit of running after right now, and that'll be it for today. Thanks for tuning in. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time. Finished.